All right, everyone, so let's get started. Now for today's video, we're going to do something very intense, very smoky, very dark. Perfect for New Year's, le nouvel an. Whoa! Okay, what the hell? What is it? Perfect for New Year's Eve. First thing we're going to be doing, we're going to prime our lids. To prime my lids today, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. I love this stuff. It's almost empty. So I'm just going to prime my whole lid area. And I'm also going to take some on my under eye, just because we are going to be doing a lot of eyeshadow on the under eye as well. And as you can see, I am taking this quite far on my outer corners, just because this makeup look is going to be very, very elongated. All right, so this next step is very scary because we're going straight in with a black eyeliner. Now, if you want to play it safe, you could always go ahead and use a very small brush with a brown eyeshadow and just sketch out where you want the shape of the eyeshadow to go. But tonight I'm feeling very rebellious and I feel like taking risks. So I'm going to go straight in with my black kohl liner. This is the Yves Rocher kohl liner. So first I'm going to do a very intense winged liner. Like that. That's a very, very long line. And then I'm going to bring that line towards my crease. So I'm taking the line now into my crease and I'm going to bring it towards my inner corners. And I'm not aiming the line directly to my inner corners. I'm going to aim it just a little bit further. So I'm going to aim that line about right here. And now I'm just going to start and round the line up, going towards the point of my tear duct, just like that. So that's pretty much the shape. So now what you have to do is to just build the shape up, build the lines up. And don't really worry if the lines are not really clean, we can always clean it up after. Also, you'll notice that I did not line my lash line. I brought the line on my outer corner on the lash line, but I did not bring it further towards the center. Same with my inner corners. So next step, I'm going to take a very flat condensed brush. This is a JH42 brush, and I'm going to use that to smoke these edges out, but I'm going to smoke them out inwards. So I'm just going to do very small tapping motions. And I'm also going to do some back and forth between the kohl liner and the brush until I have the blend, the intensity that I want. So next, just because I want this eyeshadow look to be very cool toned and I do want to intensify this color even more, I'm going to go into the Olden's Eye Giant Wolves palette. First, I'm going to grab the shade called Cosmos, which is kind of a deep blue shade. I'm going to take that with the same brush and I'm going to tap that shade where we applied the kohl liner. I'm going to take an angled brush to really get into the wing on the outer corner. Alright, and now with a JH40 brush, which is a very small blender brush, I'm just going to start and do very small circular motions to really blend that dark blue shade out even more. So as you can see, I'm really just taking my time and building the blend up, because it's very easy to add pigment, but it's very hard to remove it. And also, you probably noticed, but I'm keeping the very center of my eye empty, so I'm kind of creating a oval shape. And with a fluffier brush, this is a small lavish brush. I'm going to go over everything and blend everything out even further. So next step I want to take, I'm going to go in with the same Giant Wolves palette and I'm going to go into the shade called Annihilation. It's kind of a black shade, but with very cool toned undertones. And I'm going to take that shade like exactly where we applied the kohl liner, so on the perimeter of the shape we have going on. I think I want to go back in with that lighter blue shade and the JH42 brush. I'm not going to take a lot. I'm going to dust off most of the pigment from the brush, and I'm going to go over everything just to bring back a little bit more blue. Next, I think I'm going to go in with the shade called Hattie, and I'm going to take that with my finger. And I'm going to take that shade and place that in the center of my lid. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Whew, that's really pretty. And with my fluffy brush, I'm going to go on top of that shimmer and blend everything out. I really want this shimmer to be very scattered. And then I'm going to take a little bit more with my finger and reapply some of that in the center. Oh, that's so pretty. And I think I'm also going to take the shade Eternal. I'm going to take that also with my finger. And I'm going to place that in the very, very center of my lid, just to give more depth to the look. This shade is also so pretty. Next, I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and I'm going to remove the fallout. And I'm also going to clean up some of the lines. So I'm just going to be very careful and sharpen my outer corner, for example. I'm just going to reapply some of the MAC Paint Pot on my under eye. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with the black kohl liner, and I think I want to do a line on my outer corner going outwards and also in my inner corners, but they're not going to connect in the center. And I'm going to do the exact same step. So first I'm going to go into the shade called Cosmos, the light blue shade. I'm going to take that with an angled brush, and I'm going to go on top of the kohl liner. With my JH40 brush, I'm just going to blend the line going downwards. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with what we have going on right now. So I'm going to do some mascara, and I really want to try the roller lash mascara. Now, one of my subscribers really piqued my curiosity, because she said that to use the roller lash mascara, you're actually supposed to roll the wand when you apply the mascara. So we're going to try that and see how good this mascara is. And I'm going to, you know, roll in. I recommend that you don't poke your eye with this wand because it hurts. It hurts a lot. Okay, so I do think I like this mascara. It's really hard to see the lashes whenever you have very dark eyeshadow, so I'm not really sure how this looks. But so far I think I like it. I'm also going to do a little bit of a coat on my lower lashes. So let's start working on the complexion next. For today, I think I want to have a very natural dewy skin. I'm going to be taking the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. This is a beautiful primer with a little bit of a pearl effect. So it's really going to give that nice dewy look to the skin. Oh my god. I applied, that's a lot. I'm going to be very dewy today. I need to find a new foundation because you're going to be tired of seeing me using this foundation non-stop. It's the best foundation ever. I use it every single day. And with my Rare Beauty brush, I'm just going to buff everything in. And for my concealer, just because I really want to use something a little bit different than usual than my Too Faced Sculpting Concealer and my Rare Beauty Concealer, I'm going to be taking the Milk Concealer. This is the Flex Concealer in the shade Fair. And I'm just going to take some of that on my under eyes, and where I do tend to have a little bit of redness. And with my Rare Beauty brush, I'm just going to buff this in. And for my bronzer, just because I really want to do a very warm complexion because we have a very cool tone eye, I want to contrast the cool tone of the eyes with the warmth of the complexion. So I'm going to be taking my House Labs Heat Spell Bronzer and Highlight Duo, and I'm going to go into the shade Savannah. So I'm just going to place that on the perimeter of my face. And for my blush, I really want to take this blush again. This is the Dandelion blush from Benefit, and it's beautiful. If you've seen my last video where I tried a bunch of Benefit makeup, you'll see how much I loved this blush. This blush is so lightweight, so natural, really, really beautiful. And I'm going to take that with a duo fiber brush, and I'm just going to place that on the high points of my cheek. And just to bring some more shine to my face, I'm going to be taking the Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze All Over Foil Illuminizer. And I'm going to take that with the same brush I just applied my blush. And I'm going to take just a little bit of that. And I'm going to dab that on top of where we applied the bronzer. And this highlight is way too dark for me as a highlight. So I do like to use this as a bronzer topper just to give some shine to the skin. For my highlight, I'm going to be taking the Rare Beauty liquid highlight. This is in the shade Enlighten, and I'm going to apply this with my finger. I'm just going to dab that on the very high points of my cheeks. And this highlight, like the formula on these highlights is just magical because you can actually apply this on top of anything you want and it's going to look amazing and it's not going to break up the makeup you have underneath. Alright, I'm just going to fill in my brows really quickly, and I'm going to be taking the Precisely My Brow pencil in the shade number 3. And now to set my brows in place, I'm going to be taking the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. So next, for my lips, I'm planning on doing something very deep and very red, but I'm not sure if I'm going to like it with this very intense eye makeup look. But to line my lips, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao. And next, I think I'm going to take this right here. This is the Florasis lipstick in the shade M116. And it's kind of like a really deep red shade. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this shade. I'm not really sure about this lip color. So I'm just going to remove some of the excess. And I'm thinking about using this right here. This is the Cloud Lab Lip Clay from Kaleidos in the shade Rubino. Is this too much? So I think I'm going to remove this lip shade because it's too much. I think with this eye look, I should probably go for something more nude. So I'm going to reline my lips. And I'm going to take the Cloud Lab Lip Clay in the shade Adobe, which is kind of a nude, warm tone lip shade. Yeah, I think that's going to be much better. Alright, just to make this lip shade just a tiny little bit more pink, I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Gloss. This is in the shade Taffy Keys, and I'm going to place that on top, you know, like a gloss. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm obsessed with this eye look. This eye look screams New Year's Eve. It's so dimensional, very editorial. If you want to go out there, if you want to do something funky for that occasion, you can go ahead and recreate this makeup look. Let me know in the comments below if you did recreate this look. I'm really curious to know. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram. I never mentioned this, but I do have my Instagram page, and a lot of people do tag me whenever they recreate my makeup looks, and I love seeing recreations. So please, if you ever recreate one of my makeup looks, tag me in your post and I will see it for sure. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I almost forgot the secret emoji. I forgot last time, but this time I'm not going to forget. So for this makeup look, I feel like the little purple devil will be perfect as a secret emoji for today's video. So put the purple devil in the comment section down below. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the Makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.